I'm my mother's firstborn, sworn to cause havoc. Since a little nigga, I was joined to automatics. Buck me out a little so the opposition vanished. Scatter off the block, guns hidden in the grasses.
What's good, guys? So recently I've been listening to a lot of old Mobb Deep and CNN. So today we're going to be jumping straight into making a 90s New York boom bap beat. Get that kind of gritty underground feel. We're going to build this one from scratch. So let's jump straight into Ableton. So the first thing I'm going to do is set my tempo here to 100 BPM. Now this isn't going to be the final tempo for our project. We're just going to make a sample first. Then we're going to slow it down as we slow the tempo. Now a really big feature in these kind of beats is piano samples. So I'm just going to start out here in piano V. I'm just going to come down to my favorite piano in here, which is the Noto Gel Concerto. Now for the scale here, you want to use something dark. I'm going to set this one into F minor, knowing that we're going to pitch it down later on. Now all I want to do here is make something that's quite repetitive and dark, but I do want to have enough variation to get some different chops in. I'm just going to start out on the root note here. We'll come up to the C as well. Let's just pitch this down an octave. We'll copy these over. Then just to create some tension, I'm going to alternate this note here from between these two. When you have notes in the scale like these two here together, or these two, it creates a lot of tension in the chords. Now up above here, let's do something with these two notes. Maybe pull this one in. Do the exact same here, but pull these the opposite way around. Add this one in. Create some variation down here as well. And then knowing that we've got the D flat here, we'll just flip this one here. We'll also do the same here. We'll copy it that way around. We'll just copy this one in here to match this one as well. Let's just randomize these. We'll bring it to about 20. Then I'm just going to hit this humanize button as well. Then we'll just copy these over for another 4 bars. And on this one, we'll just add some variation in, just to give us some different chops. Maybe a couple of extra notes on this one here. And then on this one, we'll just do a run down the scale here. Once again, as we've added some more notes in, we'll just randomize these. Take these bass notes here and bring them down an octave as well. We'll just soften the velocity on those. And then just to add to this sample, just to give it a little bit more variation in that second 4 bars, I'm going to copy these over. Just use the second 4 bars here, consolidate that. We're just going to go ahead and take out all these kind of extra notes. Keep that one there in. Take these ones out. Leave those 2 in. Take this one here out. Take these bass notes off as well. So we just got some kind of chords with a few connecting notes in here. We're just going to add that with some strings. I'm just going to come into expand 2. I'm just going to head and set this on the big soft strings. I think I'm just going to bring this up an octave as well. Pull that back there. Same with that. Sounds a little bit cleaner without the overlapping notes. Back on the piano here, we'll just take out some of this low end. Do the exact same on the strings, but with just a little bit of the high end. Add a small amount of reverb to these strings as well. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of pan shaping to these two. Bring this mix down. Keep it very subtle. Okay, so I'm liking the way this feels. Now, obviously, this is something where you got to trust the process, because I know this doesn't sound anything like 90s boom bap so far. I'm just going to record this down into a new audio track. Now that we have that, I'm just going to mute the first 2 tracks. Come into this one and right click and go to normalize clip sample just to bring the volumes up. Take out the low end on this sample now. Then at this point here, I'm just going to bring this down into a simpler. I'm going to slice it and I'm going to go to beat. Now we can start playing with the tempo here. I'm just going to bring this down to around about 86 maybe. And now there's a few different things we could do. We could try warping it. I'm going to repitch. Obviously that naturally kind of slows it down and repitches it. However, if we want a bit more control over the final pitch, we could either set it to complex and pitch it down ourselves. Or we can leave it completely unwarped and transpose it down and just play with the timings. Now this is my preferred method for these kind of old school 90s boom bap beats. Obviously back when they were making them on the old MPCs, I believe it was only sort of 10 seconds they could sample. So they would speed the sample up in order to be able to record more audio. And then as they pitched it down, it would slow it back down. And that way they got more choices of what to chop from. Now I'm not exactly sure what pitch I want to end up on here. What I'm going to do is put the drums down first and then play around with the pitching. This snare gives me the type of feel that I want. Find a nice boom bap style kick as well. Thinking maybe something like this with a bit of texture to it. Let's just start by putting the snare down. I'm just simply going to put it onto the 1 and the 4. Then after 4 bars, I'm just going to humanize it. We'll do a small amount of randomization on it as well. Copy that over. And as far as the kick, we'll keep this really simple. Come into the triplet grid and just pull this one in. Add one there on the triplet grid as well. And let's just copy these over. On this one, I'm just going to pull that one out. Then maybe we can pull this one out here as well. Just copy these over. Then on the second 4 bars, we can switch it up a bit and add an extra kick in. In fact, I like the way that sounds all the way across. Let's do that here and here as well. Pull the snare down. And for the hi-hat, I want something with a little bit of texture in, so I found this one here. A really simple 4 bars of that there. I'm going to quantize these, and then I'm also going to humanize them as well. Randomize that too. Bring the volume on that down. Just some really simple stuff to lay these chops down over. We can play around with the pitch on this sample. Let's try it out as it originally was. Obviously that's leaving us gaps in the chops, so we need to slow it down to stretch the time. Let's start out by trying about 6. And obviously we can go ahead and switch up the pattern as well. I like that, but I think we can make this darker and kind of grimier. Let's bring this down, maybe even a whole octave. That's a bit better. Definitely got more of that kind of Mobb Deep feel. I'm just going to record that in, and then we can try transposing it up and down a few and seeing exactly where we like it. Quantize all of these chops. On this side here, we put an extra chop in here, so let's do that there as well. Try bringing that down by a few more semitones. You can even try taking it up by a few semitones. So I think I quite like it here at -13. Obviously that's just pitching it down by 1, so we'd be in E minor. So just to show you the difference between warping it and unwarping it, I turn warp on and we've pitched it down by -13, you get this here. where everything's hitting exactly on the grid. But if we turn the warp off, gives it a bit of a different feel. Okay, as we've pitched it down, let's take out the low end here so we can add our own in. Let's just boost a bit of this kind of mid presence as well. Then of course, just to make it feel a bit more like it's sampled from a vinyl, I've gone ahead and put RC20 on it. On the vinyl 3 preset here, just going to bring the distort down, bring the wobble down a bit. We'll just turn the noise down a bit as well. Turn the space on too and just turn it up slightly. Just cut some of the frequencies. Think about there. And then just to allow the kick to breathe a bit, I'm going to add a little bit of track spacer and just sidechain it from the kick. Just going to turn the amount down to about 10%. Then we'll just go ahead and use this high cut so it's not affecting the higher frequencies. We're going to do this to about 140. And then just to get a bit more of the sample through without getting in the way of the kick, I'm going to go ahead and use the Mag EQ4. I'm going to put this onto mid-side mode and unlink the channels. Then we'll just boost some of the sides. Take a bit of the center channel down. Add some of this air in. Then I think I could also transpose this hi-hat down slightly too. Boost these drums with a little bit of parallel processing just to make those feel a little bit kind of old school as well. So I'm just going to bring in a return track. I'm just going to bring a little bit Dirt by Native Instruments on that. The preset on here called SB12ish. All I'm going to do is bring this all the way down. We'll just send the drums to it. Then we'll just bring it up. So without it, we've got this. And when we bring it in, and then because we've got some variation in this sample, we can copy it over. We can just bring it up to this top section here. Copy the drums over and see how that sounds. So the first section here. Come into the second section. Adds those strings in. Gives it just a little bit more. This could be like the chorus section. Of course, no 90s boom bap beat would be complete without some sub bass. I've come into the Scarby Rickenbacker for this one. I'm just using the Halloween preset. So just keeping it really simple, mostly following the pattern of the kicks. Just going to go ahead and quantize this with Control and U. And I think just to make it sync with the kick a little bit better, we'll pull this one back here. We'll make sure we're in the triplet grid. Add an extra one there like that. Same here. Do the same there. We could look at syncing this up with the kicks as well. And we'll do the same here at the end, but we'll just bring this one back down. In fact, let's take it up. We'll just copy this over. Yeah, I like that. So we can make this just slightly more realistic as well. So on here, we'll randomize these velocities just very slightly. We don't want too much variation in the bass. Then we can just slightly humanize these as well. Maybe just about 5%. We'll just copy this over to the second half. And of course, it's a bit loud at the moment, so we've got to drop the volume. Then once again, just to let the kick breathe, I'm just going to add a little bit of track spacer here. On this one, we're going to do it from about 70 upwards. I'm just going to bring it down to about 5%. Then on the high cut here, I've got it set around 400. Now, I really don't want to add too much more to this. Most of the progression on these kind of beats is added through breaks in the drums. And obviously a lot of the machines back then had limitations on how many tracks you could add. Obviously with the modern DAW, it's really easy to overproduce these sorts of beats. So to keep it feeling a bit more authentic, all I'm going to add is 1 or 2 more layers just for a little bit of ear candy here and there. Just going to start out with a little string pizzicato. I'm going to come into Contact for this. We'll just pull up Session Strings Pro 2. We'll go with some traditional violins. For this, I'm just going to keep it really simple. Maybe just a few notes at the end of the bars. Literally 3 notes. Let's go ahead and select all of these and then Control U to quantize them. So we got them on grid. Then we still want to pull them slightly off, so I'm just going to humanize them by 10% again. Pull all the velocities up. Then let's pull them down slightly and just randomize them. Let's just put a high cut filter on here as well. Just pan this out to the left. And then for the last melodic layer here, I've come into the grandeur in Contact. We're just going to do a little bit of call and response with that last pizzicato, just in some high notes. Once again, we're just going to keep this really simple. Just quantize these. Now I think for this last note here, we're just going to bring it back up instead. Maybe here. Like that. Let's just sort out these velocities. So I'm just going to put them all on even. We'll just bring it down a bit and then we'll just randomize them slightly. Humanize these two. Try this one here, in fact. Do quite like it here. However, I feel like we could do an extra note somewhere. There we go, I like that. A little bit too quiet, so I'm just going to bring the volume up slightly using the velocity. Pan this one out to the right. Take this hi-hat slightly left as well. Just a little bit of reverb on this piano too, just to drop it into the background. Then just to complete this beat and give us more things to pull in and out, I'm just going to add a slight little bit of percussion. Mostly just an open hat and a crash. Something with a little bit of texture like this one. We're just going to add that here at the end of the 2 bars. Take out the hi-hat here at the same time. Copy this over. Do the same here. I'm just going to drop it down even slightly further. There we go, I like that. And then just to switch it up from my usual beats, I'm going to add a ride cymbal instead of a crash. And just put that at the start of the 4 bars. Bring the velocity on that up slightly. Add it here as well. On these 2 here, we'll just drop this velocity down slightly. Pan this out to the right. Right, so I think I've got everything I need here to fully finish this beat. So I'm going to go ahead and structure it and then play you out with the final beat. As always, I hope you've enjoyed the cook-up and let me know what you think of the final beat in the comments down below. If you haven't done so yet, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And until next time, I've been SK. Peace.
Yeah. Check me out, though. I'm my mother's firstborn, sworn to cause havoc. Since a little nigga, I was joined the automatics. Buck me out a little so the opposition vanished. Scatter off the block, guns hidden in the grasses. Ashes to ashes, Tell me where the rags is. Burn this fucking down like little kids playing with matches or the mattress. We don't mean no harm, it's our ribs that's touching like a mother, so just tell us where it is. Niggas gotta eat, point blank, period. If we kill you, can't take it with you, it's not that serious. This is Ace, if you looking for him, nigga, here he is. I don't run from drama, I run to it. Oh, y'all niggas wanna dance? I won to it, gun to it. Nigga on the floor like a tree when it's uprooted. Dead that, y'all niggas over, let us do it. Again, and again. Give you more what you're bargaining for. Crack these niggas ass like hardwood floor. Bitch can't tell me shit but on all balls. Niggas know what it is, that uncut raw, raw. More what you're bargaining for. Crack these niggas ass like hardwood floor. Bitch can't tell me shit but on all balls. Niggas know what it is, that uncut raw.
Okay, now 2013, nothing changed but the clothes fit. Grown man shit, niggas tryna fuck my old bitch. The coldest flow in hip hop. Mobb Deep got it, throw me on that Havoc beat and I will teach violence. You just speak violent, you not a threat to the safety of H&P, make that a bet. We out in Warsaw, Mumbai, Quebec. It's just a slight delay, cause parole on my dick made me have to fuck you up and sit back down for another few years. Y'all niggas is clowns, it's the one and only infamous notorious gang from New York that lasts for so long. It's not even making no sense, perpetual burn. These new rappers upset, they can't get it turning. When they do get it second in fame, it happens so fast you can't even remember their name. Fuck.
Give you more what you're bargaining for. Crack these niggas ass like hardwood floor. Bitch can't tell me shit but on all balls. Niggas know what it is, that uncut raw, raw. More what you're bargaining for. Crack these niggas ass like hardwood floor. Bitch can't tell me shit but on all balls. Niggas know what it is, that uncut raw, raw. Yeah, R-A-W. I'm not a terrorist, but here to bring trouble to anybody thinking it's sweet. You get the sweet too. Pull the fuck out the fear you see through. Ratchet in the brown paper bag like meat chips. Straight gun talk, nigga, I don't even riff. Shooters on deck, niggas that you see me with. Show you better than I can tell you, best believe it, kid.
Outside of hip hop, they not no monsters. They lying to the fans, faking like they mobsters. There's only one M-O-double-B. Cut the shit, you don't want this trouble, G's. We the ultimate 16 bar machine. Get your dummy ass dead, get your bummy ass fed to the vulture. We motherfucking hungry, yo. I know you pray we stop, but we ain't done with you.
Give you more what you're bargaining for. Crack these niggas ass like hardwood floor. Bitch can't tell me shit but on all balls. Niggas know what it is, that uncut raw, raw. More what you're bargaining for. Crack these niggas ass like hardwood floor. Bitch can't tell me shit but on all balls. Niggas know what it is, that uncut raw,